No, it's not hammer time. It's lesson 15 time. Dividing decimals by a decimal. Okay, so the big thing here that we are looking at is when you divide, you have to divide by a whole number. Okay, so what do we mean by that? Well, let's look at the very first problem. When we set up this particular problem, we would set the 2 on the outside and put the 4 and 7800ths on the inside. What are you dividing by here? In this problem, you're dividing by the 2. Is that a whole number? Yeah, it is. Okay, so because it is, we can start the division process. All right, we can push the decimal up and just do our normal division like we saw from yesterday. Okay, so let's go over to question number 2. Set up your division problem. So, all right, so now, what are you dividing by now? Well, we're dividing by the 500ths. Is that a whole number? No, it's a decimal. Look right there, decimal staring right at you. Okay, so we cannot divide by a decimal. So what we need to end up doing is rewriting the problem. To do that, to make it into a whole number, we simply move the decimal, and we have to keep track of it. So if we move the decimal all the way to the right, what number did it just become? It just became the number 5. All right, so how many spaces did I move it? I moved it 2. So in math, if you do something to one number, you have to do the exact same thing to the other number. So if I move it 2 spots to the right, what do you have to do on the inside? 2 spots to the right. So who's really on the inside? 376 and 1500ths. Now it looks like the problem that we just did before, which we did yesterday in lesson 14. So we can push the decimal up and begin the whole division process. So again, you do want to set it up. You want to move it and then actually rewrite it out so you can do the solving here. So let's go through this particular one because, again, the decimal placement is kind of important here. How many groups of 5 can you take out of 37? You should say 7 of them there. Again, 37, so it goes above the 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract, bring down the next number. Now, again, it's over the 6, so I got to put my placement there because it needs to match up. So we can take out 5 groups. So there's 25. Bring down the 1. How many groups of 5 out of 11? 2 of them. 2 times 5 is 10. Subtracting. Oh, I smile because how many groups of 5 can you take out of 15? Yes, we can take 3 of them out. All right. Yep, 0. We are done. So 75 and 2300ths. Again, whatever you are dividing by needs to be a whole number, so we need to move the decimal. Mathematically, what's going on? Technically, what we're doing is we're multiplying each of these numbers by 100, because multiplying 100 moves it 2 spots to the right. I don't think you need to get overly technical. You need to make it a whole number. Move the decimal. Make sure you're counting how many spaces. You do that. Do the same thing on the inside as well. All right. Let's look at number 3. So again, what are we dividing by? Well, this time we are dividing by the 1500ths. So in order to make it a whole number, you should be moving it 2 spots to the right. So on the inside, you need to go 2 spots to the right. Now, oh my goodness, wait a second, there's no numbers there. So what do we fill in there? Yeah, placeholder, exactly. So it's really who's on the outside? It's a 15 on the outside. It's a whole number. Woo! So I moved it. So yeah, I need a 0. So what's the actual number underneath there? 2,250. All right. If you want to push your decimal up, just in case we need to do that, we can. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. How many groups of 15 can you take out of 22? Now it seems vicious, but hey, it's only 1. All right. 1 times 15 is 15. Subtract, you get a 75. And how many groups of 15 out of 75? Yeah, you might need to do some multiplication off to the side, kind of guess a little bit there. 80. No, that doesn't work. Okay, that's too high. So, if we go down to, is it 5? All right. Let's make sure 15 times that 20, 25. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back up. That's 90, isn't it? 6 plus 1 is 9. Yeah, it is. All right. Don't make fun of me. All right. So carry the 2. There's my 75. So it is 5 times. Now here's the big thing. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 5 times 15 is 75. 0. Am I done? No. Who have I not brought down yet? Yes, the 0. It is to the left. I need to bring it down. Now, how many groups of 15 can you take out of 0? None. now I've got it because 0 times 15 is 0. No remainder, no one else to bring down. So my answer is 150. All right. So that's one of the things that you got to kind of watch for. All right. The other thing that you kind of need to watch for is what we call a repeating decimal. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right. So what happens with a repeating decimal? No, it's not that bad. Trust me on it. It's not. All right. It's not. You know what? I want to show you it's not that bad. Come on down to question number 6. Come on down. Come on. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So let's set it up there. We're dividing by a 6/10, and we're dividing it into 17. Okay, so it's not a whole number, so I do need to move the decimal two, three. No, just one spot to the right. So where's the decimal in 17? It's a whole number. Think of money, $17. Yeah, it's there. How many spaces do I want to move it? 1. So what am I really doing? I'm dividing 6 into 170. So again, your decimal is there. You can push it on up just in case we need it. Let's start dividing. Take out 3 groups. No, that's 18. Take out 2 groups. So that's 12. Bring down the next number. It's a 50. Okay. 7 times 8. 8 times. Yeah. 8 times 6. 48. Subtract. Get a 2. Now, again, there's my decimal. I got a remainder. I need to add a 0 and bring it on down. So how many groups of 6 can you take out of 20? Well, you can take 3 out. 6 times 3 is 18. Subtract, you get a 2. Add a 0, bring it down. How many groups of 6 can you take out of 20? Well, 3. Didn't we just do this problem? 3 times 6 is 18. Oh my goodness, I get a 2 again. Add a 0, bring it down. It's going to keep going. This problem's never going to end. So this is where we bring out our repeating bar. If a number repeats over and over again, which it's going to, we're going to keep on getting this 3 because we're going to keep getting a 20. We're going to keep saying there. What we do is we put a line over the number that repeats. So we have 28 and 33/100ths with the 3 repeating. So you do need to make use of a repeating bar. All right, let's go up to question number 4. All right, hint, hint, wink, wink. This also has a repeating one as well. Let's kind of go through it here. So when I originally look at the problem, I got this number there. I got this number there. So number on the outside needs to be a whole number. So how many times are you going to move that decimal? Go ahead, look at it there. Look at it, count it. What'd you get? Did you get 2? No. Did you get 5? 4? No. 1, 2, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3 of them. So it's really a 3 on the outside, and it's a 567 and 82/100ths on the inside. So now you can push your decimal up, and now we can divide. How many groups are 3 out of 5? 1 of them. 1 times 3, 3. Subtract, bring down the next number. How many groups are 3 out of 26? 8 of them. And again, I'm thinking 9 times 3. Oh, that's 27. That's too big. So there's a 24. Subtract, you get a 2. Bring down the next number. How many groups of 3 out of 27? Ooh, exactly 9. 9 times 3 is 27. I subtract, I get 0. So I'm done, right? I'm done? No. We still got more numbers to bring down. Just because we get a 0, we are not done. How many groups of 3 out of 8? 2 of them. Again, out of the 8, so notice it's right above it. So there's a 6, subtract, you get a 2, bring down the next number. Again, subtract, bring down, all right? How many groups of 3 out of 22? We should say 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Subtract, we get a 1, add a 0, bring it on down. How many groups of 3 out of 10? Well, 3 of them. 3 times 3 is 9. Now watch what happens here. Do you see what's happening? Do you? Do you? Okay, now here's the thing. If you realize right away, whoa, wait a second, 10 again, it's going to repeat. It's going to keep giving 3. Stop right there and get your repeating bar. Okay? If you didn't recognize it there and you put another 3 up there and you're like, oh, okay? And I'm going to kind of go back here and you say, well, 3 times 3 is 9, and then you subtract, you get a 10 again, and you're like, oh, I still don't see it. It's okay. Just like my voice there. Yeah, okay. So again, you might keep on, the idea is don't keep doing that. Don't keep figuring, no. Once you realize that it is going to repeat, all right, go ahead, get your repeating bar over it. All right, so it's 189 and 273 thousandths with the 3 repeating. So the big thing here is if it keeps on going, make sure, all right, you go ahead and you stop, all right, and you use that particular repeating bar so that you can take care of it. All right, sound good?